the #1 recruit in the country, and his group of teammates have flown cross-country. Rancho Christian makes its way from California out here to Springfield, Massachusetts to take on Camden High School, team that boasts one of the products heading off to Kentucky next year. Here's a look at the aforementioned players starting off. Well, the #1 player in the country, that's Evan Mobley of Rancho Christian.
It is, and for good reason. This guy is, I really think, still just in the infant stages of his development. And how can you say that? He's 7 feet tall. He's the #1 player in the country. Well, he has so many tools. He's just a wealth of ability, and he's just starting to tap into that. Not always as dominant, almost a reluctant star. He's going to have his work cut out for him tonight. Lance Ware, the athletic lefty, had a big summer, always wanted to be at Kentucky. He got that opportunity after playing his way into that offer following his EYBL run with the New York Rens.
Committed to Kentucky, number 44 on the ESPN 100. Chose Kentucky over Michigan, Miami, Ohio State, Providence College. Plenty of options, and Ware 6'8", going to leap it up with Evan Mobley, and the 7-footer wins the tip.
So the thing you want to pay attention to with Evan Mobley is just at his size, how fluid he is, how agile he is, the way in which he covers the court, in which he moves, how unselfish he is, all those factors. But I'll tell you what, Dominick Harris, that guy's going to Gonzaga, and he is one of the most potent scoring guards on the West Coast. He's also got terrific size, so another key player to watch here for Rancho Christian.
Camden in the white, it's 0. Lance Ware working down low on the post. The miss, the offensive rebound poked around. And another bite at the apple for Camden. Baby hook. Nice soft touch there from DeQuan Woodley.
Emphasis on
Number 0, number 5, number 21. We've already talked about Ware. We've heard from Woodley on the offensive glass. A turnover on a backdoor slasher. Looking from Ware. This is Mobley in transition. Challenged at the rim, but a foul.
DJ Wagner a couple times over the summer and this fall. I'm telling you, he's 2 inches taller than he was in October. This guy is growing at a rapid rate.
Just a freshman, and so still plenty of room to grow. Wagner already listed at 6'3". His dad was only listed at 6'2", so he's already bigger than Pops.
I think he's...
There was only a second left on the shot clock, so Camden could have just let the basketball and the clock go, and they would have gotten the turnover anyway. That one swirls out, put back by Ware. He goes to the line. Your day, and that was what he said. He said, normally a big guy gets a rebound. Back when I played, and the first things were pass it, outlet. You wanted the guy to just give up the basketball off the rebound, and that's not what Lance Ware does well.
Yeah, and with the way that tempo has become such an important part of the game today, if you got a big who can start the break, doesn't mean he has to take a live dribble and cross half court with it himself, but it means if he can turn, if there's not an outlet there, to start that break with 1 or 2 bounces, and now you get everybody's momentum headed in the other direction, that's a great way to play with tempo.
Woodley misses once, not twice, gets the follow-up.
Yeah, he's here to play today. The guy's got a lot of personality and a lot of fight in him.
Woodley with offers from Temple, Rutgers, South Carolina, starting to get other looks. Penn State, St. Joe's becoming interested in him as well. Just a junior. Here's Ware, the senior.
That's exactly what you talked about, Adam. The ability to put the ball on the floor in his size and then finish in transition. Prospects in the country in back-to-back games. It's Evan Mobley now. It's Jonathan Kuminga coming up at 6 o'clock as he leads the Patrick School against IMG Academy, the defending national champions.
He's just a junior. Mobley, the senior, loses it on the way up and still taps it home off of the bobble.
But you're going to hear me say this repeatedly throughout the course of the day, and it'll just say that's why he's #1, because the amount of things he does well. That time it was the hands, to lose the ball, be able to collect it in midair. That's why he's #1. Just the sheer gifts that this kid has at 7 feet tall, they're just off the charts.
Woodley goes up and challenges Bryson Stevens, and Camden gets possession.
Because it's really hard for these kids when they're 14, 15 years old. As underclassmen, somebody tells them they're a high major kid 3 or 4 years before they get there. Well, you know, to continue to work and play with passion, well, now when the play goes up and down, just watch the way in which again, I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but watch the way in which Evan Mobley runs. His strides are long, they're fluid, his feet practically bounce off the floor. Great pass.
How about that? Just got it in a quick touch pass up court. A couple weeks before that, they actually knocked off Sierra Canyon for their first loss of the year.
Those are two of the best programs on the West Coast.
Here's Wagner all the way home.
That's big-time stuff. He's just a freshman. To have those long limbs, not just his arms, but his legs, the change of pace and then the offhand, for a freshman to be able to make that play when he also shoots the ball at such a high level. You know, we don't rank freshmen. He's a year away from having a shot at the ESPN 25, but it's going to be a pretty good shot.
Sounds like might want to start penciling him in already.
Well, you know, just because we don't rank him doesn't mean he's not. I mean, this is a kid who's already been to USA basketball, and so he's already got a national profile.
All the way in, and
those are, you know, that's trying to compare apples and oranges.
And I think maybe the more impressive thing about Wagner is normally if you're projected to be a guard.
How about that?
Got it.
I want, you know, that chant, you know, he's a freshman. If I start that, just hit me, okay?
So Wagner, you know, if you're a guard, you're normally not 6'3" as a freshman. Normally you're in your 5'10" range, then you continue to grow.
He was closer to 5'10" 6 months ago. He certainly wasn't 6'3" a few months ago.
Lance Ware erases the opportunity at the buzzer. He's Adam Finkelstein, ESPN national recruiting analyst. Adam Giardino with you at Springfield, Massachusetts. Wagner again.
On cue.
5'9", 150-pounder. Out there in the guard, working alongside DJ Wagner. Mobley there for the putback, but can't get a handle on it. Medley
Good
to
pass.
Wagner. And a point-blank miss where he won't miss that.
Left all the big guys on the perimeter and the little guys in there fighting for the glass.
Push ahead, quick three, good.
Pretty stroke that time. Luke Turner, and that's his role on this team, to space the floor, provide that shot making that's gonna not just create room for Mobley inside, but also create driving lanes for guys like Harris.
6'6" forward off the bench.
It's very hard to space the floor if you don't have guys who can make spot up shots.
Into the middle of the paint, floater good by Medley.
And how about that? He's another freshman.
I think this backcourt's in good hands for a couple of years.
Yeah, I think they might be all right. It's a shame the coach doesn't have more experience as a, you know, in the backcourt himself.
A 9-year NBA guard.
You're that size and you can shoot the ball like that. If you can cover your position defensively, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be a Division I player.
Jump shot for three, good.
As a New England native, I always say, like, you know, the Bill Belichick philosophy, you don't make the rules, but you have to figure out how to utilize the rules to the best of your advantage.
Step through, drop past to Mobley, a couple of up fakes and finishes.
How about the patience? So again, Mobley's not the kind of guy who you're just going to throw it to him and say, hey, go to work, big fella, and just play off him like that. He's naturally too unselfish for that. But the presence of mind to be able to catch in traffic, have the patience in the footwork, hold your pivot foot, get guys in the air, and then go right through them.
There seemed to be contact and just didn't have much of a complaint. He was still fighting through the contact, even though there could have been a foul call.
Yeah, his approach, every time I've seen him, I'm just impressed by how steady his approach is. But how about there? He's got to put up a little bit more of a fight there because Lance Ware just went right through him.
Mobley has 1 foul, so maybe back of his mind he didn't want to pick up a second there, but that was too easy for Ware.
No doubt.
An answer 3 at the other end for Rancho's Jaden Byers. So the 2 more games still coming up here from Springfield the rest of the night. We'll catch all the action on the ESPN app. This is game 2 of 13, starting today and heading through Monday here at the HoopHall Classic. Drive, step back, good. It's Sebastian Robinson who buries it for Camden.
Yeah, that's a tough shot there, and stop me if you've heard this before, but he's another freshman.
Rick Brunson knew what he was doing, getting in while the iron was good. Got Lance Ware as a senior, and you've got a group of freshmen really impressive.
To say the least, watch out here.
Another freshman, it's a bucket for DJ.
Tough runner at full speed. To be able to put that softly off the glass is a tough, tough shot.
Got a track meet in the final minute of this one.
Ever get just a little bit more killer instinct to him, the sky is absolutely the limit.
As a coach, how did you work with guys? I'm sure you had players where that was a deficiency in their game that you needed them to turn the corner.
I didn't ever have a player like him. If I did, I'd still be coaching. You know, I think there's a couple things there. I think people, as I said, I've mentioned this a couple times now, people can say, hey, and they do. They say, hey, with his talent, he should be going out there and getting 30 and 20. Well, you know what? You can look at some of the all-time greats, and they weren't necessarily doing that at this stage. Guys who ended up having Hall of Fame careers. Now, I'm not saying that Evan Mobley is going to have a Hall of Fame career, but I think he has the tools that if he puts it all together, he could. That play there, you know, that one play illustrated the ups and the downs of it. You know, he got off his feet so quickly on that second jump. Now, would you have liked him to be a little more emphatic there, challenging Lance Ware? Sure, but the sheer physical tools, and again, I go back to this. When you get to know him and know his character, that's what makes you want to buy into those tools all the more.
And I think the fact that for Woodley getting a couple of offensive rebounds, Ware ultimately getting the flush at the end, you're thinking, okay, the Pac-12, you're going to be going up against guys that are, you know, twice the athletic ability of a Woodley, let's say, on a nightly basis.
Yeah, and he's going to have to make that adjustment. I have no doubt he will. But I also think that it's you know, the progression for big guys, I think, is naturally a little slower because they don't have the ball in their hands all the time like the guards do, and it's just it's a gradual progression.
And another flush in the second half for Lance Ware. Rancho Christian's seen enough. Camden's come out and they have flexed their muscles to begin the third quarter.
Here today, and they are locked in and playing very, very hard.
Ware, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 6 and 6 for Woodley. So how about 18 and 10 combined for those two? Mobley, how about that creativity?
Yeah, exactly. And then you say, okay, the soft hands, you're rebounding. Why aren't you rebounding the ball at rim level every possession? Well, that's what he's capable of.
That was truly special.
And that's what you get with him. You get a handful of plays every game where you say, wow, that was big time right there.
Drive on the baseline, the kick out a bit erratic.
Got to block that.
Drive in and
you don't get it. Lance Ware's got an easy tip in, but
we've already seen Ware get a couple of easy finishes here in the third quarter. A deep three. P.J. Wagner.
He's a player.
Step through the lane, Woodley above the rim. Wanted a goaltend, instead it's Wagner with the outlet.
How about that pass on the money, and then Wagner coming up, tracking it down, walking the tightrope, and finishing the play. Double figure lead.
13-4 run to begin the third quarter. Part of a smaller 7-0 run in the last minute. Ware. Camden's got numbers. Another bucket.
Need a timeout.
They already took one.
I need another one.
Rancho still has 2 timeouts in their back pocket. And this Camden High School crowd right behind us is getting loud. There's an answer, Dominick Harris.
That is a big shot to quiet this crowd and turn the momentum of the game. The leading scorer for Rancho Christian now. Whoa!
Woodley elevates but couldn't finish. Jump shot. Might have been on the rim, but Ware pulls it off.
Fancy handles there.
Another for DJ. No.
This crowd is just dying to explode with one of those plays to go down.
Byers kick to Stevens. It's turned away by Woodley. Another 3. Knocked it down again. Harris is up to 15 points.
Cuts that lead down to 6. Nice answer there by Rancho. Got to give them credit. Did not call the timeout, played through it, and they've countered. Oh, there. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Mobley challenges. Had a successful start to their campaign under first-year head coach Rick Brunson. Plenty of NBA experience, both as a player and a coach. Good patience inside, and a nice flick off the glass for two by Jace Catchings.
And that's why he's going to be a guy at the next level. You're going to be able to run offense with him. He understands offensive concepts. He's a more than willing passer.
There's a turnover. Had a steam the other way.
Good rebound there by Ware. Went up and got it midair.
Wagner going back to work from the corner, and it somehow drops.
Sometimes it's better to have a friendly roll on the rim. That one looked like it was coming out, but instead it pushes that lead back up to 9 for Camden. Second time Evan Mobley's used the pass fake really effectively here tonight. That's another sign of his basketball IQ.
Floater in the lane.
So this has been a terrific third quarter for Rick Brunson's squad. Wow.
Fancy dribbling all the way home for DJ Wagner.
They say he's a shooter. Apparently he's got a handle too, folks.
Just a freshman. Hearing that name a lot before he ever gets to college. Takeaway for Ware. 1-on-2. Foul on the floor. Rancho Christian need a good bucket here and get a little momentum into the fourth quarter.
And I think Camden's pace and intensity level in this third quarter has been really impressive.
They've outscored Rancho Christian +9. Well, make it +6 after that three-pointer by Byers. #1 recruit in the country, Mobley, with a great handoff. And one. Tweaking and maximizing, you're going to have a lot of different choices to make with a guy as talented as Mobley on your roster next year.
Well, no doubt, because he can do so many different things.
7-footer on the inside. Let's Lance Ware just go to town. But he was in a load of discomfort as soon as that happened, no doubt. 7-point game going into the fourth. We got a 7-point game on our hands here in the fourth. Wagner, no. Strong rebound by Byers.
Yeah, they've been, again though, that ball didn't go down, but that shot creation from Wagner was impressive. That's a good move.
Harris, the Gonzaga recruit.
So it's going to be interesting. You know, we talk about Ware and how he might fit at Kentucky.
Drives all the way in. No. Mobley gets the block, gets the foul on the second.
I love the intensity with which Lance Ware is playing with right now. Shown such progression with his motor over the course of his high school career. Look at him initiating the contact, the second jump, the rebound in traffic.
Mobley for 3. No. First time we've seen him step out.
Yeah, he's got that potential, though. You saw he had great rotation on that ball. I think that's a shot he's going to be able to hit down the road. You know, you start projecting him out long term. I think he's going to be a guy who can both pick and roll and pick and pop. And I think defensively, he's got incredible potential. That's got to be a block.
Well, that's going to be a thunderous follow by Lance Ware. Quick trigger 3 and a big answer. Dominick Harris. The pass to him was deflected on the way to Mobley, so he didn't make the catch as it glanced off of him. Tough catch given the circumstances. He alters the shot and grabs the rebound. Now he brings the ball up the court.
Goes through his legs, makes a kick-out pass.
Breaks down Ware.
It's pretty unique stuff. Little ball fake, pull-up jumper, why not? There's a reason he's #1, folks. I understand he doesn't have 30 and 20, but and he made it all kind of look easy. You know, he's got this effortless type of you know, demeanor to him. He's very steady. There's just so much to be optimistic about.
Challenges Ware, but Ware sticks with it, gets the offensive rebound. It's been a high motor for Ware. He misses the follow-up.
And Ware really wanted that one. He went right past Mobley to go get his own miss, but Mobley, he got hit too. Ware caught Mobley on his shooting arm there. The refs missed it.
We had a one-possession game in the final moments between La Lumiere and Gonzaga in the opener of this quadruple header. And we've got a one-possession game on our hands, closing in on the final 90 seconds of this one.
How about that?
Woodley with the follow-up tip.
Terrific hands from Woodley. He got above rim level, went to go get that ball. That is a big-time play from the junior big man.
Mobley flashes at the free throw line. Pass out is bothered. Another look at a three. Good.
So the ball is in Harris's hands. And it looks like we're going to have exactly that high pick and roll between Mobley and Harris. They're going to back screen Mobley in.
Mobley going up against Woodley down there on the low block.
Yeah, Woodley was face guarding him there.
Here's the drive by Byers. The drop to Mobley, the fadeaway, no. Ware the rebound. And timeout called by Camden. Just under 6 seconds left.
Get another look at that last play. I think Rancho did exactly what we expected. The high ball screen, tried to roll Mobley into the post. Nice find there, tough catch. I think he might have wished he could have pivoted the other direction.
Also helps to have a 7-footer there to bother the inbounds pass. That's what Mobley's doing. They get it into Wagner, and he is fouled. Freshman on the line, trying to put away a game against a top 20 opponent.
So if he makes both, it becomes a 2-possession game. If he goes, and it's only a 1-and-1, so this is a big shot up front here.
Misses.
Got a chance.
Rancho brings it down. It's
For the
Harris.
win.
No! Camden comes away with a victory. They upset number 18, Rancho Christian. Lance Ware with a performance befitting a guy on his way to John Calipari and the Kentucky Wildcats. They knock off the #1 recruit in the country, Evan Mobley.
So impressed by his motor tonight. A lot of guys played well for Camden, but Lance Ware really put on a performance here tonight, going head-to-head with Evan Mobley.
Brad Finkelstein, Adam Giardino, thanks to our entire crew. We still got 2 more of these coming up the rest of the night. Keep it tuned right here to the ESPN family of networks.